shit. Holy shit. Hello, everybody. How we doing tonight? Correct answer. I will be doing all my own material. In the back, they're like, oh, do paid draws. I'm like, absolutely not. That is a trap if I've ever seen one. No, I'm so excited to be here. This is a dream. This is a treat to be on a wrestling stage. Specifically, this is a dream I keep having where Triple H and Mankind put me in a headlock and then we lock in for head. It's a great dream. I recommend it to everybody who can have it. No, this is actually my first time in Pittsburgh. It's very fun. I thought Yins was a joke. I thought y'all were doing a prank. It's real. Y'all are serious. Still on the fence about Jagoff, frankly. That still feels like a prank. We'll see if I can get a t-shirt on the way out. But it's been really fun. It's really cool. Who here is from Pittsburgh? Woo! And who here is from like actual Pittsburgh City and not like Greensburg? Woo! There we go, thank you! Because I cannot stand that, when you tell somebody, I'm from the big city next to me. Like, cool, that's good enough for people who are from out of town. But, it's like when I tell people I can bottom. All the out-of-towners know that that's fine. All the locals, they know I'm full of shit, okay? They're not gonna cover anything here. But no, it's been a blast. It's fun to be from Baltimore because 9 out of 10 times I was like, oh yeah, go O's, we love it there. 1 out of 10 times I tell people that, and they look at me like I've told them a great relative has died, and they don't know how bad to feel for me. They're like, oh, you're okay? Like, yes, I'm okay! Greatest city in America! And it's always really hypocritical because the person who says that is always the biggest true crime fan. It's like, oh, you love only murders in the building. Name 3 murderers in your building. I can. They are my cats, but still. If you may have not noticed from me talking about getting fucked, I may or may not be somebody who has a lot of opinions about musical theater. But I don't always get clocked as queer immediately on the street. They're always like, oh, is he, or just the fun employee at the GameStop? Is he spicy, or just does all the office holiday parties? The answer is both. I have Google Calendars Premium, okay? We are organized, the Eventbrite is set. We are good to go. But, I'm entering my 30s. I've decided to try to find, a secondary personality trait other than being queer. And the fun part about being, smack dab in early 30s, that means, I'm cusp, I'm kind of millennial, kind of Gen Z, which is very bisexual of me, frankly. Not because I'm doing both, but because I am broke. That's the bisexual energy right there. But I've decided the actual cutoff is if you can remember where you were on 9/11. If I asked our friend here in the front where they were on 9/11, the answer would be a past life, okay? You do not remember that shit, you were not there. And if you were lying. But, no, it's good. Being in the 30s is weird because, is anyone here in their 30s? Out on a Sunday night, so brave, so strong. Y'all, I just got here into my 30s. Y'all did not sell the experience accurately. Everyone I told when I was turning 30, they're like, oh, it's really great. My back only hurts on weeknights instead of weekends. And I only cry half the time. When I wake up in the morning now, my bones make noises that sound like the deleted scene from Saving Private Ryan. It is a battlefield in there. My cat has PTSD that is not covered by my insurance. Because if you would believe doing this, I do not get great coverage insurance-wise. I have friends with benefits that give better benefits than my actual insurance coverage does. No one has ever asked for a deductible before I took my pants off. That's all I'm saying. That's all I want to cover here. But I'm glad to be here at the end of the world. Y'all having a good apocalypse so far? Not the climate change or the fascism and the government shutting down. I'm still stuck on cicadas. Can we talk about that real fast? Thanks, somebody's still stuck with me too. That was nuts. That was wild. I'm so sorry. A bunch of 18-year-olds, barely legal, burst out of the ground, screaming, naked, and ready to fuck. That is a Girls Gone Wild video. That is not a natural event. And the only reason it wasn't is because it didn't happen in Florida. I can say that because I am Floridian. My 23andMe says swamp. My dad is from Florida, all the way down. I did actually take a 23andMe test, which was silly. I tried to return it, and just like a lot of my dating life, once I spit in it, no one wanted it anymore. It was done for. But what is a 23andMe going to tell me that this buy one, get one from Target cannot tell you already? I'm a flavor of Caucasian where I own every Kings of Leon album on vinyl. When I cross the street, I hit it with one of these. I ran this joke by DJ and Pedro in the back, and they're like, don't do it. And I'm like, you know what? I know better. That's what my genetic makeup is telling me. But, you know, maybe that's not a personality trait. Maybe it's not being queer. Maybe it's not being 30. Maybe I need to, like, take care of my mental health. Maybe I need to, like, work on that a little bit. I did sign up for BetterHelp this year. They responded within 30 seconds, which was concerning. They're like, babe, you don't qualify. You need best help. Like, we need to escalate to a manager here. And I realized, like, I'm not the kind of person that misses their Zoloft and has a bad day. I'm working with the kind of thing where I have to give myself a score on eye contact for the day. Today's gonna be a 4 out of 10. So we're really loving Sunday. Very fun. But yeah, I don't know. It's fun to be here. This is not actually my full-time job. I'm a cartographer for a living. Does anyone know what that is? Oh, someone's shocked, gagged, and appalled. Me too. It's okay because it's not a real job. That's a Lord of the Rings-ass job. Okay, I'm sorry. You have your like barrel makers and your quest givers, your map makers. I hope the email finds you well. No one's ever been found well by an email, but still. The only difference between me and Frodo Baggins is that he found a Balrog under a mountain, and I keep my Balrog under my bed. Okay? It's very convenient for me. I've gotten a light, so I'm gonna leave you all with something very special. I get to travel for this sometimes. That's really exciting because a lot of queer people do not get the opportunity to like present themselves like this. They do not get to like be creative. So they spend that time sending death threats to Taylor Swift. But some of them express themselves via their dating profile days. So I've dated for like 2 days. Y'all want to hear my favorite ones that I found so far in your beautiful city? Yes. We stood up fantastic. So before I get out of here, I want everyone to give a warm yins. Did I say that right? Yins round of applause. The pronunciation was great. The conjugation awful, but it's all good. So please give a warm round of applause before I go to La Vie en Rose, a film fan. Ooh, cinematic. And of course, Mick Scruff the Horn Dog. Bit of a mouthful, but I think that's what he's looking for. And of course, we cannot forget The Conjuring Last Rites. That one was an ad. That one's on me. I was confused. And of course, John Stamos. It wasn't him, but you like swipe right too, right? Just to make sure, just to confirm. If you liked what I had to say here tonight, that's on you because I say this a lot in a lot of places, and that got me an award. I was saying Best of Twitter Baltimore 2024. I know, I'm shocked too. That's like being named Employee of the Month on the Titanic, okay? We're going down and I'm yelling timber. But I love Twitter, I love social media. It's at Jake_my_day. Follow, like, subscribe. But Twitter is my heart and my soul. Because there's no other place on Al Gore's internet where I could post something like, oh my god, I love Pikachu. I think we would be friends if he was real. And somebody would respond, there are people in Texas without electricity! How dare you talk about a Pokemon with Thunderbolts! What is wrong with you? I'm like, a lot, frankly. So again, if you like this, my name is Jake Lazier. If you didn't like it, you're homophobic, and I'm going to tell you, Paul. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for the wrestling. Good night!